Hi everyone! Today we are going to be playing a special Touhou game. So this is Touhou 9 Phantasmagoria of Flower View, and it's very different from the other Touhou games because it's not your traditional shmup. It's not like the whole 6 stages and all that. It's basically a direct versus game. So you each have your sides of the screen, and you're trying to kill the other player by sending bullets towards them and surviving as long as you can, and whoever runs out of HP is the one that loses the match, obviously. So it's a very popular game for net playing too, and I don't know if I'll showcase the net play stuff. If I can find someone to do so, I might. But anyway, this game does have a story mode, so we're gonna go ahead and play that. So I also want to note that this game isn't, since it's so different, it doesn't really have, there's no such thing as no bombing a Phantasmagoria game. Well, at least not this one. There's another Phantasmagoria game, but we'll get to that way in the future. So I'm just going to be doing a vanilla 1cc. I also do not play this game that much, so yeah, this is one of my least played games actually, but that's okay because, you know, well, I guess it's not okay because it's actually a pretty awesome game and I should play it more. Who should I use? I actually didn't think about that before I got into this. Is there a way to shuffle? Nah. Who is my favorite to use? Well, I guess I'll just go as Reimu then. And let's just go ahead and go. I think if I press Shift and press Z, I'll get her alternate costume, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, I like Reimu's alternate costume better. Yeah, these characters have alternate costumes because technically they could fight each other in versus mode, so yeah. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. So as you can see, Cherno is our stage 1 opponent. There's 9 stages in total. So yeah, you have these up here, which is your HP, and the longer you go on in the match, the more HP you lose when you hit a bullet. So it's kind of like a time-based thing. This thing is your chain thing. It's hard to really explain what that is, but I'll talk about it as we're going through the game. Oh, no, the match is already starting. Oh, whatever. Okay, so the bar at the very bottom of the screen, that is like a spell gauge type of thing. If you hold in your shot button, then you charge it up. And then if you charge it up, then you can use an attack. A level 1 charge doesn't really do anything to the other enemy, but if you use level 2 and beyond, you use a little spell card which allows you to become invincible for a bit and run into bullets and stuff like that, and it allows you to kind of clear out bullets. And I think if you use a level 3 charge and above, then you shoot a spell card at the enemy. Although I don't like using the level 3s that much because I would rather just save the level 2s. So yeah, when your boss goes, basically, you know that thing up there in the top left that says spell point? Essentially, when it gets to a certain number, your character will summon a boss to the other side of the screen. And to build up that spell point, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to chain. And what chaining is when you basically, you might notice when I kill an enemy, another enemy explodes near it and then bullets around it clear. Basically, that adds to your chain, and there's a little gauge. Hold on, who's our second boss? It's Mystia, right? Okay, so yeah, when I kill an enemy, the gauge right here, there's a tiny gauge that'll move up, and when that little white bar there, and as long as I can keep killing enemies and clearing off bullets before that bar hits the end and runs out, then I can keep my chain going. And if I keep my chain going long enough, I can build up boss attacks. So that's what you're gonna try to do. So yeah, you want to try to kill the very edge of an enemy thing and just have them kind of explode. You also want to focus sometimes when those spirits come near you, because those little spirits that keep falling, what happens is when you scope one, that's what it's called. When you focus that little purple thing that's around your character, that's called a scope. So when you scope a spirit and you kill it, it'll explode bullets nearby, which helps you survive and helps you add to your chain. You probably don't want to be focused too much actually in this game, even if that seems scary, because you want to be using your main shot to kind of kill and chain, and then scoping whenever a spirit comes near you. it's important to note that holding down shot obviously doesn't cause you to auto fire, because holding down shot is what you use to charge up your charge attacks. So you're gonna have to manually tap the shot key a bunch to keep continuously firing. But I don't really find that annoying, because you don't really need to constantly fire, because a lot of times you want to like hold your fire to like kill like one enemy at the head of a fairy line so you can cause a chain reaction. So you don't have to constantly shoot. Unless you want to, that is, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so our third opponent is Lyrica. I hope I explained this game's mechanics well enough. I probably butchered a lot of the explanation, but I tried my best. You know, there is this YouTube channel called SGG Weekly. What they do is they review like SGG games, and they have like little guests that come on. And they did an episode on this game, and the two people that were commentating, Chumlum and Zill, did a way better job than I did at kind of explaining how this game works. So I'll link to that episode actually in the description if you want to check that out sometime. They're like really good masterminds at this game, and they did a very good job. Anyway, yeah. I think I explained everything I needed to. Those little yin-yang orbs on the top left, by the way, are like your lives. Basically, every time you lose a match, you lose one of those, and you get extends based on your score. And basically, as long as you don't run out of those lives, then you can keep going on in the game. And every time you like lose a life, so to speak, you have to fight the same boss over again until you beat them, or game over. Although this game has a bit of a difficulty curve, so the first few stages, like the first 5 stages, are actually really easy to beat. But once you get on like further in the game, it gets really insane, and then bosses like last forever. So what determines when a boss dies? You might notice that the bosses are ridiculously good at dodging, the AI. So yeah, the AI is like broken and will just dodge anything. There are a few shots in this game which break the AI and can completely cheese the game, like Aya, Medicine, stuff like that. But for the most part, bosses are set to die on like time frames. Like basically the bosses have a timer, and when they hit that certain timer, they'll lose a life. So basically matches are going to be around the same time, except for the final boss, but I'll get to that later. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and scope some spirits, do some chaining, try to get my chain up. It's a good idea to chain a lot too, because you want to make sure you can get a lot of score so that you can get all your extends. Although, admittedly, I'm not very used to Reimu, so usually when I play this game, I play as Raisin, or the final boss, who I won't spoil, but you probably saw her in the player select, and most likely people already know who she is anyway, because, you know, this game's pretty old. Everyone knows what it's about. Alright. I'm probably not playing, like, the most proper way with my chaining and stuff like that, but, I mean, whatevs. Like I said, there's a few PoFV masterminds out there like Zill and Chum and Japao and such that are really good at this game. Alright, stage 5, we're fighting Marissa. Huh? Okay. I thought we were supposed to fight Marissa in stage 6 as Reimu. I guess not. Okay, I wonder who we're fighting in stage 6 then. Anyway, yeah, Marissa is actually one of the most annoying people to fight, because she has like this... Basically, she fires lasers that shoot directly upward, and it's so annoying because during her boss attacks, she'll like spawn like tons of lasers everywhere, and it just gets really chaotic. But actually, it can be kind of fun to play against. So, yeah. Like when you're scoring, what you do is you would try to get like a bunch of charge attacks, and so you'll just keep charging and clearing bullets, and keep charging and clearing bullets, and it gets really fun. Yeah. The Phantasmagoria games are definitely the games with the most chaoticness in them. Actually, the games themselves are extremely chaotic. There's not a lot of memorization at all in these games. So it's a really hectic game, and because of that, a lot of people like it. And I can see the appeal. It's a really good game. It's really fun. looks like Marissa's about to go down, so I can just hold for just a little longer and I should be fine. Oh no, I'm on my last life. Oh no, panic! Oh, it's okay, she died. Awesome, okay. So stage 5 is actually the last easy stage in the lot. From stage 6 onward, the game just becomes hell. Oh no. It's Sakia. I was afraid this would happen. Yeah, Sakia is a really, really annoying character to fight, and you'll see why. Especially as a stage 6 boss, too. So Sakia's little gimmick is that she, like, sends bullets from her side directly to your side, and it's really weird and wonky and can confuse you. I don't know. And then she can also like spawn knives like right next to you that like unfold in a really awkward manner, and I just don't like it. It's annoying to deal with. So from stage 6 onward, it's most likely that you'll lose a few lives because like the stage 6 bosses themselves are pretty hard. Well, stage 6 onward, those bosses are really hard to beat on your first try. So don't feel bad if you lose one life. As you lose to bosses, their timer will get smaller on the next match, so they get easier to beat on each consecutive loss. So the game difficulty curve is basically, that's how it works. It starts off hard and gets easier as you lose, which is actually kind of nice because, well, it would really suck if that wasn't the case. I'm probably gonna lose now because I'm kind of running out of lives and stuff. I want to at least beat one of these bosses on the first try. I don't know, Sakia is a tough one. With these stage 6 and beyond bosses, their timer can last up to like 3 minutes, so I've still got like 2 more minutes to go if I want to win this match, and I don't have any lives, so it's unreasonable to think that I could win at this point. You have to be really good at this game to beat these matches on your first try, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you can see she took a hit really early on. That's because her timer has been decreased because I failed to her once. So it's actually going to be easy to beat her now. She's going to die like really fast. So many knives. Surprised she still is alive. Also, this game has a bit of a ranking system too, where like the longer you go on in the match, like the faster the bullets will get. So you might notice that's why it gets a little more hectic as time goes on. Anyway, there we go. We beat Sakia. Alright, so who's our stage 7 boss? It's gonna be a new character. If she would show her face. This is Aya. She is like a news reporter, and we'll be seeing her like from this game onward a bunch of times because she's like really prominent in the series. So yeah, Aya is actually a pretty fun fight. Basically her entire fight revolves around aim stuff, so a lot of her fight is going to be streaming. If there's any boss in the late game that you can beat on the first try, it's going to be Aya. It's still not trivial, but I want to try. I really want to try to see if I can beat her on the first try. Won't be easy though. Go ahead and use a level 2. Note that when you use like your charge attacks, you're sending bullets to the enemy and they can reflect the bullets and make more bullets, so like it can get really chaotic. Oh god, okay, so this game is also glitched. So if you die while using a charge attack, you won't get any charge from, like, usually when you die you get like free charge, but if you get hit while charging, then you don't get any charge. It's a dumb glitch that's really annoying and can screw you over. Okay, so it looks like she's lost a lot of health, but don't be deceived. Like, even if the boss loses a lot of health, like, this game, like, the boss will still have a long timer, so unless I get, like, super lucky or something like that, I don't even know how that would be possible, but basically, even if the boss starts running out of health a lot, don't be deceived, because they can last forever on their final hit, and it can get really stupid. It looks like I'm not going to be able to win this match this time around. I don't think I'll be able to survive on just one hit for the rest of the match, because this game is a bit too chaotic for that. She's also on her last hit, but I would assume she's going to last like a minute or two. So I guess I'm just going to have to hold out and see who can win. Oh no, Lily White. Okay, so Lily can appear, and she just fucks everything up. I'm starting to panic. Oh my god! Fucking hell. Unfair. Oh well. I almost got charged up, but not enough. By the way, fairies can spawn from the bottom of the screen on the left or right corners, so they can spawn into you. So be careful if you want to go to the corners of the screen, because you'll die. I probably should have went with racing, actually. Then I could have like done some chaining and stuff. Oh well. I'm not gonna do another take. It would take forever to explain all these games mechanics. And I don't really feel like doing a mechanics episode for this game specifically, because there's so many stages of nothing happening anyway. Like the first few stages, it's best to just use those stages to explain everything. Did I just get an extend? I don't know. I heard a brrrr noise. I don't know when when second round Aya's second, or I don't know when Aya's timer will run out in her second round, so I think it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something. I don't know. I wish there was like I think there should be a chart somewhere of all the timers, but I don't know where it is, but honestly, I'm surprised she's still alive. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it was around like 2 minutes or so, yeah. Alright, so we only got 2 more stages left. So, obviously, since we're in late game, we're gonna get another new character. So this is Komachi. She's basically lazy and has a nice boat. She's actually really hard to fight because she's got like these really dense like patterns where she uses like yen or something like that. I don't know. She can be a really hard opponent. So I really don't think I'm going to beat her on the first try. She's one of the harder ones to beat on the first try. We'll see how it goes. I wish I could keep my chain going, but it's really hard to chain when you're not racing. When you're not used to using racing for chaining. Admittedly, I'm probably not playing the game the best way you could possibly play it, but oh well. This game. Alright, let's see if I can at least beat her second round. I wish I had more extends, but I don't know. Maybe I can do some chaining. What? I scoped. It's so hard to keep that chain going, you know? Yeah, it's really hard to keep it going. Guess I'm just gonna have to give up on it. Oh no, I accidentally used a level 3. Yeah, be careful that you don't overcharge, because then you'll use charges when you don't want to, and that'll suck. Because then you've basically wasted your gauge. She is on her last hit though, so that's good. I'm gonna use a level 2 charge up here, just because it actually helped, because it helped me get rid of Komachi. Oh, wow, I beat her already. Wow, a minute and 21 seconds. I must have gotten lucky with Reimu's like Yin-Yang orbs cheating on the AI, because I don't think bosses are supposed to die that fast, but hey, I'll take it. I'm a shameless person. Alright, now for the final stage! Who's our final boss gonna be? Well, it's none other than Aiki. So, now that we're at the final boss, I guess I'll talk about the plot, because that's apparently what I do in my Let's Plays. I save the plot for the final boss. So, as far as I know, I'm not really that much into the lore, but some flowers went crazy because Komachi didn't do her job right, so the Hyoraeans are trying to figure out what's going on, but it's like the flowers aren't actually a threat. And then this character is like the Yama of this world or something. Basically, the Yama is the person that'll judge whether someone can go to heaven or hell. So this is Gensokyo's Yama, and apparently she's like extremely strict and judges everyone for everything that they do wrong. And she's here to judge Reimu. And obviously, since Reimu is kind of greedy and stuff like that, Shikieki would not like her. Anyway, Shikieki's fight is probably one of the most insane final bosses in the entire series, actually, because, oh god, it's just a crazy fight. The fight itself starts on like really high rank, and basically, first round Anki has like an unlimited timer. Well, okay, I don't know if the timer is unlimited, but what I do know is that it's so long, like it could go into like 20 minutes or something. So essentially, unless you're Aya or Medicine who can break the game, it's impossible to beat Aiki first round. So you're guaranteed to at least lose one life to this fight. So on the first round, instead of trying to survive, just try to chain and try to get as much score as you can, because you're gonna die anyway, right? So just try to focus on doing what you can. I guess you do want to kind of survive, so because the longer you live, the more score you get, obviously, but yeah, I'm just gonna take risks that are stupid because it doesn't matter, you know, resistance is futile. Aiki's fight is one of the reasons a lot of people like this game, because it's so crazy. Ah, whatever, I don't care. Alright, second round Aiki is the one that becomes possible. Although the timer's still really long on the second round, so still beating Aki on the second round is unlikely, but possible. I don't know how long the timer is. I think it's like, is it like 5 minutes or something? Or 4 minutes? I don't know. Maybe it's even less, I don't know. I wish I had a chart. Maybe if I can find that, like there's a pace spin of the timers of this game. If I can find that pace spin, I'll put it in the video description because I would like to have that. Anyway, Aki uses like little Yama sticks, or as people like to call them, hot dogs. I like to call them hot dogs. Aki, I'm not really sure how to handle her boss attacks because I'm not an expert at this game, so I don't really know a lot about this game. But what I can tell is that she does do like lasers and stuff like that, so you'll have to do a bit of streaming, I guess. I wish I could get an extend somewhere. I might end up having to use all my extra lives on this fight. It's just so chaotic. And again, I am playing a little recklessly, but you know, it's fun to fool around and play recklessly. That's what this game is for. It's for chaos. And I'm essentially dead. There's no dodging that. The reason I died is because I used to charge too early, so I didn't have a charge for that section. You gotta be good at clearing and chaining to get a lot of charges to get enough, like... Basically, you have to know how to get a lot of charges, because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to defend yourself. And so I don't know how long the third timer is. I think it's like 3 minutes. Something like that. I think she'll die around 3 minutes or something. So hopefully I can get her this time. I will get an extend at 90 million, I think, but I'm not going to reach that unless I can pull off some good chains. But again, I'm not really good at chaining. I should have used racing, honestly. I'm blaming that death on the glitch, by the way, because that glitch with the charge kind of killed the charge I had, so I couldn't defend myself there. So looks like I got 2 more minutes to go. Oh, she's on her last hit, but she's still gonna last a long time because that's what bosses do. She's gonna spend like a minute or 2 minutes on her very last hit just tormenting me by not dying. Or maybe Reimu will get her with like the weird yin-yangs or whatever. I don't know. Reimu has this ability to kind of cheat the AI very slightly. It's not as visibly broken as like Medicine or Aya, but Reimu can still... Oh, bonus, okay. Okay, so what's happening now is I got maximum spell points, so I'm now getting bonuses. Oh, I won, okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad I got to showcase that. If like you get enough chain and your little hit counter goes to max, or your spell counter goes to max, which is 999990 or whatever, then you start getting bonuses and it gets you a lot of score. So that's how you're supposed to score. And I'm glad I got to show it at least once, because I didn't think I was going to reach that point. Anyway, yeah, that was the game. I guess I'll go ahead and cut out the ending, I guess. So, yeah, that was Phantasmagoria, A Flower View. It's a very strange game, but, you know, it's kind of enjoyable in its own right. It's certainly a very different experience, I can say that for sure. There's also an extra stage in this game, too, so I'll be playing that next, but, yeah. don't really have anything else to say, really. Except for the fact that this is one of my favorite credits scenes in all of Touhou. I don't know what it is about this scene, but I really like it. And I also really like the background. It's like a bunch of the seasons mixed together. It's a really good credits. So yeah, just go ahead and finish up the credits, and I'll see you guys next time.